Hey, this is Tapera, and you're watching Culture Talk.
Tapera, welcome to Culture Talk. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How's New Year going?
It's going all right. How is yours?
Not bad, pushing content here and there, a bit of a newbie. Something I've been wanting to interview for a while.
Yeah.
A bit of an inspirational person, a bit of a cool story here and there. So, for the people that don't know you, who are you?
I am Tapera Mbewe. I'm 20 years old.
Right.
I go to Cavendish University. Okay. I'm in my third year of law school.
Right.
I joined politics recently, and in the previous general election, I won as a ward councillor in Kankumba Rufunza.
Right.
So I'm officially a councillor, and so you can call me a politician.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what is it exactly that councillors or politicians do? Because obviously we just see it on TV, and how politics is like our national sport, so we all have like teams we back and rallies we support, but could you go in depth about what it is that you do particularly day to day?
So particularly, you represent your people, you speak for the people who elected you into that seat.
Right.
So I represent a ward. This is under constituency. So in that ward, I represent them, I speak for them, I work with them. Okay. I'm practically like their servant.
Right.
So it's, you're supposed to pledge yourself to the people so that you can be available to them and so that they can use you to help them improve their lives.
Right.
Yeah.
So why is it that you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do? Because I love it. I have always wanted to be in politics since I was a kid. When growing up, my mom actually used to call me her little president because once my aunt asked me what I want to be when I grow up, I was like, I want to be the president. Then she's like, the president of what? Then I'm like, well, the world. So since then, my mom has been calling me her president growing up. So I had this thing saying, one day I'll be president. So I asked her, how do I become president? She said, you become a politician first. So I told myself, I'll become the greatest politician. And I've grown up with that. So I chose law school because the greatest politicians are usually lawyers. We can't argue with that. So I was like, I'll do law school, I'll become a lawyer, then a politician later. But things changed. I'm a politician now. So yeah, that's how I found myself here.
How has being a woman affected what you do?
First off, to put this out, I'm in a rural environment, so we still have that old mentality saying I can't be led by a woman, worse off a kid. So it was hard at first because people would be like, why isn't she in school? Or why is a lady or a child leading me? A man would say, why should I leave what I'm doing to go listen to a small girl? So it's a bit difficult, but when they hear what you have to say and they see that you can actually lead them and make a difference, things change. So I think we should give women more opportunities because women lead the house. Women are in charge of homes. You're telling me they can fail to take care of bigger things. Women are born leaders. We're born to help. Okay.
So are there any figures you've drawn inspiration from as far as designing your blueprint of becoming a lawyer, then a politician, then president of the world?
So for being a lawyer, I always loved the law. So for that part, it was just a me thing because I like justice. I like to help people. So I'm like, I want to do this. When it comes to leadership and being president, I used to see Nkanduluo growing up, and I'm like, I love what she does. She's up there changing things, making a difference. So I'm like, I want to be like her. So she actually did help me during my campaign. She guided me through it, which was like a big deal to me because I'm like, I'm sitting here with the one person I want to be like. So yeah, that's what pushed me up.
So would you encourage more women to champion the cause for change the same way you have?
Yes, because if a woman is not at the table, then the right decisions are not being made because a feminist has to speak. So women have to be present at every decision making. And the more women are present, the better the decisions are being made.
So what decisions necessarily do you think you've helped impact as far as changing the lives of those in Rufunsa?
As of now, I would say I started a small program where I'm taking the girl child back to school.
Right.
Yeah, so you find young girls in your environment stop going to school because maybe she fell pregnant and at home they're saying, you already have a child, what's the point of going back to school? Just get married. But this is my age, a 20-year-old girl who has a whole future ahead of her, sometimes younger than me, 15 years old, she has a whole future ahead of her. Why stop it now? So I was like, I cannot sit here and watch this happen. So I decided to take the stand. You are the change you want to see. So I decided to take the stand and make the difference myself. I said, I will take a child back to school. I will take, because the girl, I started with one girl. Her story is pretty sad. You would cry.
Go for it.
Yeah. So she had a child and she dropped out of school. And her father said, I can't take you back because you're pregnant. You can't even go learn because you have to raise your child, so just get married. She said no. And she fell pregnant again. And then she had an operation, and now it's like they had her womb removed, and she's got this physical incapability. She can't do any hard labor, so there's no future for this girl. She can't even fetch water. And the rural area, they use a borehole, so things are different there. You have to work in the field to make food, but she doesn't have that opportunity. So the only opportunity she has is school and probably get a job with less labor. So I was like, there are a lot of stories like this. If you go around and actually listen to people, people go through a lot. Kids are going through a lot. Kids are breadwinners at home, and which shouldn't be the case. So I said, I would take children back to school so that we can keep making a difference in our community. You know, the small things make a big difference.
So what has your experience in the field, encountering such stories, taught you about yourself?
I learned that I shouldn't take things for granted because people go through a lot and for them, it's okay. But if I see these situations, I'm like, I wouldn't survive in that situation. I don't know what I would do in that situation. And they're out there living, being strong. So I said, I will not take what I have and the opportunities I've been given for granted, but I want to give these people similar opportunities. I won't do to them exactly what I got, but I can at least do something similar and make a difference in their lives.
So if you had the power to rewrite the past, how different do you think your life story would be today? You've mentioned your adventure into politics, your ambition with school, and your drive to do better. Do you think little Tapera would change the story if you were to look at who you are now?
Actually, I wouldn't, because I love who I am right now. I think I'm in a really good place, and things happen for a reason. So the way my storyline came, if things were different, I don't think I'll be where I am right now. So I wouldn't change anything in my past, really.
That's wonderful. So do you have any words of encouragement for your fellow ladies or youths wanting to venture out into the world you've inhabited?
I would simply say, whatever you want to do, just do it.
Right.
Don't work to get money, because you never have enough money. But just work to be happy. Do something that you love. Politics, they say politics is it's a dirty game and whatnot, but it's only dirty if you're a dirty player. And things like law school, they'll be like, law school is hard and whatever, but law school is only hard if you don't like what you're doing. So if you love what you do and you have the passion for it, do it. Don't do something because, no, I want money, no, this job pays better, no, it's easier for me to get employment. I don't think it's ever easy to get employment, really. So just do what you love and have passion in everything you're doing, because that's when it works.
Well, that was great. Do you have any shout-outs? Role models, heroes, heroines? Close out?
Shout-outs, I'll shout out to my grandma.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. But they could check out my Facebook page, Honorable Tapera Mbewe, or my Instagram, Tapera Official 21. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you for that.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.